How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Countdown video. We only have 60 days left until the game's release on December 7th, and today we will be talking about 2 supposed leaks. As always, and I cannot stress this enough, we have no idea if these leaks are true or not, so make sure you take them both with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about them just for fun. If you'd like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to both of the original posts in the description bar down below. And now, with all of that out of the way, let's jump right into the newest leaks. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be going over 2 leaks because both of them say that they are credible. The first one that we're going to take a look at actually doesn't have any proof as to why they're credible or any reason as to why they're actually credible, but the second one actually has some credibility behind it, but we'll get into that one after we talk about the first one. So the first leak that we're going to talk about today comes from 4chan, and it is titled Smash Ultimate Leaks Credible, and it is posted by Anonymous. It starts by saying, "No BS excuse, I'm just going to say it all right away. Remaining characters are Ken, Zeno, Incineroar, Toon Zelda, Black Knight, and Bandana D. He's in. The stages are Forest Maze, Dragon Roost Island, Alolan Pokemon League, Rhythm Route, and a Minecraft stage. I didn't see visuals of the Minecraft stage, but the only options I can see happening are Overworld or Endercon. Some assists are Susie, Creeper, Elma, Rayman, Shantae, Isaac, Wonder Red, and Lloyd. I also saw a bit of a music page for the game. Here are the tracks I remember. First of all, we have Iceberg Zone from Pokepark Wii, then we have Title from Pokemon Go, Red and Blue battle music from Sun and Moon, and finally, Sunset Coliseum from Pokemon Battle Revolution. So now that we've talked about this entire leak, let's go over it a little bit. So the first thing that came to my mind while reading this leak was, is it really credible? Obviously, the poster put credible in the title, but that doesn't mean that he actually has credibility behind him. He's not someone like Vergaben who has predicted stuff right before or anything like that. He just claims that he has some information that is not available to the public, but at the end we'll make a decision as to whether or not this is credible, so let's keep talking about it. In terms of the characters, the first character on this list is Ken. Now, as you guys know, I've talked about Ken numerous times on this channel. In fact, I talk about him at least once per video, it seems like. And as we know, at this point, he's probably going to make it in. There's so much evidence behind his inclusion in Smash Ultimate that I think everyone would be pretty shocked if he didn't make it in. So let's just move on for right now and move on to the next newcomer, which is Zeno. Once again, Zeno is another one of those characters that is basically for sure in at this point. We know that Sakurai has said before that he has wanted to put Zeno in Smash, and honestly, I think it's his time now. For those of you guys who weren't aware, during the Smash Wii U days or Smash 4 days, Zeno actually got his own Mii costume, and along with that, he got his own splash screen. So we know that Sakurai knows how much we all love Zeno and really want him in the game. Personally, I think he'd make a really unique fighter, and I think that he'd make the perfect addition to the roster as a new Mario newcomer. Also, if Zeno was in the game, that means we might get a Super Mario RPG remake, and honestly, I really hope that happens. So the next newcomer on this list is Incineroar, and once again, he's another one of those characters that we have talked about numerous times on this channel, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about him, but basically know that I believe he's going to make it in. Since Vergaben has leaked Incineroar, Decidueye has been a Pokemon that has shown up less and less on different leaks, so I think at this point it's safe to say that our next Gen 7 Pokemon rep is going to be Incineroar. Now, I believe that we are going to get more than one Pokemon rep, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that more in detail once we move on to the next leak. Up next, we have Toon Zelda as a newcomer, and honestly, I really hope this happens. If you guys know anything about me or my channel, you guys know that Tetra is like my most wanted character from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, but even if she doesn't make it in, Toon Zelda is like my second most wanted character, so I really hope this ends up being true. She's much different from Zelda, and I think that she could have her own unique moveset, and I know a lot of people think that she could be an Echo Fighter for Zelda, but honestly, at this point, I think that if Toon Zelda gets in, she's going to be more of a unique fighter. I don't think she'd work the same way that Zelda works, and plus their size difference is a little bit too, like, I don't think it would work for me personally, but let me know what you guys think about her in the comment section down below. I think this might be real, and I'm really hoping it's real, because I really want Toon Zelda to be in the game. Up next, we have the Black Knight as an Echo Fighter for Ike. As you guys know, I've already made a video discussing why I believe the Black Knight will be an Echo Fighter for Ike, so if you guys haven't already checked that out, I highly recommend you do so, just because I'm not going to go into too much detail about him now, but there is a ton of evidence supporting his inclusion as an Echo Fighter, so I really hope he makes it in because I think he'd be really cool, and we don't have any Fire Emblem villains yet, so if he does make it in, that would be extremely awesome. Finally, we have Bandana D, and once again, he's another one of those characters that could go 50-50. For a long time, we saw him on a bunch of different leaks, and then it started moving more towards the Kirby villains like Marks, but honestly, I think out of all of the Kirby characters, Bandana Waddle Dee is the best chance of making it in. We don't have any spear users in Smash Ultimate, and I think that Bandana D has a unique enough moveset, and he's unique enough, and people know who he is enough, that he has a pretty good chance of making it in. Honestly, I'm not sure if all these characters are going to make it in, and I'm not sure if this leak is credible or not, but I just think I wanted to get this information out there because this leak sounds pretty good, and I really hope Toon Zelda makes it in, so I really hope this leak is real. Then we move on to the stages, and apparently we're going to be getting a Minecraft stage. The leaker says that he didn't see exactly which stage it was going to be, but he thinks that it's going to be either Overworld or Endercon. Personally, I don't know that much about Minecraft. I played it for a little while and I wasn't too into it. I thought it was fun for a while, but I haven't played that much, and all I know is that the Overworld seems to be like the most iconic stage from Minecraft, and everybody knows what the Minecraft Overworld is, so I think that if Minecraft is in fact getting a stage, it's going to be Overworld. And then obviously, the other 4 stages make a ton of sense, so obviously Forest Maze would come with Geno, Dragon Roost Island would come with Toon Zelda, and then Alolan Pokemon League would come with Incineroar. In terms of Rhythm Route, I'm really not sure what that is, but I have a feeling it has something to do with Rhythm Heaven. Since we aren't getting a representative, it seems like, as a character in Smash, at least they're trying to give a nod to the people who really enjoy Rhythm Heaven, and honestly, I think that's really cool. Following that, we have some assist trophies, and the first one on the list is Susie. Honestly, I'm not sure who that is, so we're just going to move on to Creeper. So Creeper is one of those assist trophies that a lot of people are speculating is going to be in the game. Vergaben leaked that we are going to get some kind of Minecraft representation, and if we don't get Steve, then it makes sense that we are at least going to get both a stage and an assist trophy in the Creeper. Then we have Elma, and she's one of those characters that a lot of people really thought was going to be in the game for a while, but then her popularity started to kind of like fall off a little bit, so I'm not too sure how I feel about that one. Personally, I really wish she was in the game because she looks like a super unique character, and I also think we need more Xenoblade reps, but at the same time, if she makes it in as an assist trophy, at least that's like a little nod towards the Xenoblade community. Next up, we have Rayman, and he's one of those characters that I really wish was going to make it into the game, but if he does make it in as an assist trophy, I guess I'd be okay with that, but I really wish he was playable. Ever since the Smash 4 Artsy Omni leak came out, I was really hoping that they'd put him in as a playable fighter, but I guess it just isn't his time yet. Also, I feel like part of the reason they're not making him into a playable fighter is just because his amiibo would be too hard to make. His limbs don't really have attachments or anything like that, so it would look really weird. I don't know how they'd work as amiibo. Next, we have Shantae, and she's one of those characters that a lot of people really want, but once again, she's an indie character. Shovel Knight was like the front runner for a lot of people. A lot of people really wanted Shovel Knight to be in the game, and he ended up getting the assist trophy treatment. So honestly, I think that's the route they're going to go with Shantae as well. And then we have Isaac. So Isaac is actually spelled wrong here, and personally I think that he means Isaac from Golden Sun, but part of me also wants to believe that it's actually Isaac from The Binding of Isaac. I don't know why, but I just think it'd be really funny if Isaac from The Binding of Isaac popped out and like did his thing on stage. I don't know, I think that'd be really cool. Then we have Wonder Red, and I really don't have much to say about him just because I don't know a ton about him. I know he's in Wonderful 101 or whatever, but I think that he doesn't really deserve a character spot. He's not very iconic. Not a lot of people want him, so I think Assist Trophy works perfectly. And then finally, we have Lloyd Irving, and honestly, I'm not too sure how to feel about him. A lot of people were really hoping he was going to be a unique fighter, but I guess he's going to end up getting the Assist Trophy treatment, and honestly, for right now, I guess that's okay. So, overall, do I believe that this is real? Honestly, probably not. The reason that I don't think that this is real is because as much as I hate to say it, and as much as I hate to admit it, I don't think that Toon Zelda is going to make it into the game this time, but hopefully she'll make it in as DLC. I don't know why, but it doesn't seem like there's a ton of push for Toon Zelda right now, and honestly, I've seen a lot more push for Tetra over her, so if we do get another Wind Waker rep, please put Tetra in. Please, please, please. I really want Tetra in the game, but if she doesn't get in, then I guess that's okay. So overall, I'm going to give this a strong maybe, but the next leak we're going to take a look at actually I think has a little bit more credibility. So the second leak that I wanted to take a look at once again comes from 4chan, and it's special because it might actually have some credibility behind it. So let's get into this post and then I'll explain why it has some credibility. So the post was titled Smash Leak with Proof and was posted by Anonymous. It was posted this past Saturday, which was October 6th, 2018, and it starts by saying, I have some info for the new Smash game. The new characters are Zeno and Incineroar. The new Echo Fighters are Ken and Zeraora. After that, we have one new assist trophy, which is Isaac from Golden Sun. Sorry, Isaac fans. As proof, I know the next character to be featured on the blog will be the Wii Fit Trainer, so after Monday you will know that this leak was real. So now that we've gone over this entire leak, let's talk about it a little bit. So the first time that I saw this leak, the very first thing that went through my mind was there's no way that Wii Fit Trainer is going to be the new character that's on the blog. Obviously, I know that every character has to be showcased at some point, but this guy is making a super bold claim. Obviously, we never know which character is going to be revealed next, so the fact that this guy correctly predicted or guessed, or maybe he had some inside information, really does say a lot, and he actually does have some credibility behind him. Now keep in mind, he could have just gotten extremely likely, but it honestly does not seem to be the case. So according to this leaker, the two newcomers we're going to get, the final two newcomers, are Zeno and Incineroar. Now, we've already talked about them because in the leak we just talked about, I already went over why I believe that both of these characters are going to make it in, and why I believe that these two might be the final characters, but apparently these are going to be our final two newcomers. But what's really interesting is the new Echo Fighters. So first of all, we have Ken, and once again, I've already talked about him, I talked about him in the first half of the video, but the second character that I wanted to talk about was Zeraora. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Zeraora is one of the newest mythical Pokemon, and he's extremely interesting. Now, apparently, this means he's going to be an Echo Fighter for one of the already established Pokemon, and the only one that really makes sense is Lucario. After doing some digging around on Cerebi and stuff like that, it seems like Zeraora and Lucario are about the same size and stuff like that, so it would make sense if they were Echo Fighters for one another. Now, I don't know too much about Zeraora in the Pokemon games. I'm not too sure if he gets like an aura boost or whatever from taking damage or anything like that, but that's something they could work around. They could easily make Zeraora kind of like a unique fighter, even though he's still an Echo Fighter. They don't have to have the aura mechanic for Zeraora, and they could replace all of Lucario's aura moves with like electricity or something like that. I think that this is actually a really good idea, and I've talked about Zeraora before, and honestly I really hope this comes true. Zeraora is a super cool looking Pokemon, and honestly he'd be like the shock Pokemon. I know for a while a lot of people were thinking Gardevoir and Gothitelle were going to be our new Pokemon alongside Incineroar, but I think that Zeraora does deserve a spot. I mean, it's in its own movie now, for Pete's sake. Zeraora is in a movie. People know who Zeraora is, and he also looks super cool. He'd be a great fighter, so I really hope this leak ends up being true. So the last part of this leak that we need to talk about is Isaac being an assist trophy. Now, right away, I know that this doesn't give this leak 100% credibility, but I do find it extremely interesting that this leaker spelled Isaac's name right. So for those of you guys who don't know, Isaac is actually spelled I-S-A-A-C and not I-S-S-A-C. Personally, I know that that doesn't really mean a lot to a lot of you guys, especially those of you who played Golden Sun or really like Isaac, but to me that means a whole lot. Like, honestly, either you played Golden Sun or you've heard his name enough that, like, you get the correct spelling, but a lot of people and a lot of leaks don't get that. So, honestly, I feel like that gives this leak even more credibility. So, before I tell you guys whether or not I believe that this leak is real or not, I have a few things I need to tell you guys. First of all, I finally got around to setting up a Twitter account, so if you guys want to do me a favor and head over to Twitter and follow me, you can find a link to my profile in both the description as well as the pinned comment. After that, if you guys have not yet already, I highly recommend you join my Discord channel. As of now, we have over 2,300 members, and we're talking about Smash Ultimate all the time. I really hope to see you guys there. It's 100% free to join. Next, if you guys want to support the channel even more than you already are just by watching the video, you can find a link to my Patreon in both the description as well as the pinned comment. So now, do I believe that this leak is real? Honestly, at this point, I think I do. Sakurai said not to expect too many more newcomers, and this leak only has 4 of them. So personally, I think all of these character choices make sense. Vergaben has said that Incineroar and Zeraora are going to be characters that are going to be in the game. So honestly, guys, I think that this leak is true. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that this leak is true, and would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.